Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is a live hangout, March 19th, 2016, Rosie O'Kelly channel. 1960 Motorola 21 tube stereo console, 52, let me see the model number here, is the SK52WW, standing for Walnut. And I was originally working on trying to do an earlier hangout on a 1961 Motorola tube tabletop AM/FM radio. And unfortunately, I don't have the tools at this point to be able to remove the chassis from the case. So rather than trying to damage it, I thought I would do this hangout. I've pulled the tuner, the AM/FM tuner, from the Motorola console. And let me just welcome the side chat and make sure that's turned down here. Get this live event up here. Let's see, bear with me a second, everyone. There we go. Hello, hi Tara. Boring web surfer, yeah. You and about 10 other names you're under coming in. No problem, just kidding. Hi Mallory, nice to see you. And welcome aboard, everybody. And like I say, this is was originally going to be, got a little bit underway in the Motorola giveaway radio, but I cannot remove that chassis yet. But there's still work to be done on this 1960 Motorola stereo console. If you were with me last time, we got the amplifier working. You can see over there, I took time to actually, in the center section, you can see the 15-inch woofer, and below that, the amplifier that I got running last time, and we had that running for a little while. Hi, Janice, nice to see you. And where the light is shining is where I pulled the tuner, and yes, there's a zillion wires and connectors, and you can see them all hanging out of the back here. And one of the things I always suggest is you document where all these go by taking many pictures when you pull these units out. Anyway, this was a matter of 4 screws holding down the front, and you can see it's a very handsome front panel there. It has the treble, which is also the on-off switch. It has the bass, and bass is a whole dedicated channel here. It's unusual. That center woofer that you see there is actually a 3rd channel. It is strictly for bass. So you have a left stereo channel, a right stereo channel, and then you have a center bass channel dedicated. You also have a built-in reverb unit too that gives you sort of a concert hall effect of a slight bit of echo that you can program into your music, so it takes on more of the features of a hi Aaron, nice to see you. It takes on more of the features of a live event when you do that. So also have the balance control and the loudness. Then it has several settings here for the 78. It has a dedicated setting for 78 records, if you can believe it. LP, the standard 33s, a reel-to-reel tape player. It also accepts MP3 in there. We played some Mrs. Miller. You got your AM, your FM, and what they call AFC, which is the automatic frequency control that allows you to tune between stations without hearing a lot of static. And then there's the tuning knob there. And the big issue we have today, and I know the tuner works fairly well, and this is the tuner looking from the back side of it here. And here's the various inputs. Again, if you ever see a chassis and you wonder about the date of manufacture, they'll often stamp it on it. If you know how to read the code, you have the 8th month, 8, and then the Motorola symbol, and then a 60. So this was manufactured in August of 1960 by Motorola of Schaumburg, Illinois. Hey John, how you doing? Juice, my man Juice in the house. Nice to see you. tuning you can use play on words exactly. So the big issue now, when I got it from the guy, number one, it wasn't really functional, and the guy had run his guitar through the MP3 through the back. When the back is on it, there's input slots for RCA jacks, and he actually plugged in his guitar and ran it through it, and he kind of caused some problems with the amp that are now fixed in there. Some new tubes, some Russian Svetlana tubes, and a couple capacitor, a couple other parts change outs. Hello, Maxine. A couple other parts change outs, and that amplifier is really running good now. Yesterday afternoon, I took the opportunity to do what's called a tube burn-in. I actually ran the unit for about 3 hours and just let the tubes run, the set run, and that gets those tubes burned in. There's always an initial break-in period because those tubes come from Russia, and they're pretty good quality Svetlana, but like anything new in the way of tubes, it takes some time to burn them in. It's like a car when you have a break-in period. So you can see the back of the unit is very clean, and the reason it's so clean is it sits upside down. This part here is actually the top part when you come over to the console. So this has been shielded. This is very dirty up top, and we'll be pulling this front later. But we need to address the big issue, and this is, for me, one of the very hardest things that you can do when it comes to working on vintage radios is you have what's called restringing the tuner dial. And you can see the way this thing is all apart. There's the FM pointer just dangling there. Here's the end of it with the spring hanging on it there. And for whatever reason, overturning it or something like that, somebody disconnected, probably fiddling with it on the inside. There's so many things I've seen in here that other people attempted repairs on this unit that it's almost like taking several steps backwards here, you know, to try to take a step forward by undoing some of the past, quote, repair work, unquote. So the unit is in very good shape. I've ordered new light bulbs, a whole new light bulb complement. You can see the bulbs here, and they help light up the AM and FM tuner. I also have my Sam's Technical Publishing, which puts out the photo facts. And I know that unit looks nothing like what I have, but they all use the same basic guts on the inside of it. So believe it or not, this is basically the same hardware as this model SK55 walnut, but this, of course, is a much bigger unit. This is like the Madman unit. It's about 5 feet across there. So, hello, Batman. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's got a dedicated channel for Lowe's. Yeah, you got to always take this stuff home. John says, wacky world. Damn, Rosie, I see stuff like this thrown away, but never take home. Yeah. Well, I took it home, and there's boxes and boxes of it over there that you can see. Anything I ever found, whether it was old tube organs out of churches or anything, if they were getting rid of it, I stripped out the amplifiers, the tube amplifiers in it. Okay. One of the things these Sam's bulletins gives you, they give you a dial cord stringing guide. And what makes this excruciatingly complicated here is that you have FM and AM that are basically following. They're on one string here. So this is just one continuous loop that has to go around here, and it's got to be able to move the FM dial and also to move the AM dial. So it has one of these pointers hangs down, as you see there, for the FM, and for the AM, one of the pointers is mounted upside with the pointer with the pointer up. So it's kind of, I'm looking this over now, and I just want to take a little time. I'm welcoming everybody here this afternoon into the shop, and I'm always glad to have you along. We're holding the other Motorola tabletop radio for when I can get that chassis out and do the work to fix it. If I try to pull it out now, there's something holding it in, some screw I'm not seeing. It's going to be damaged, and I don't want to do that. It's too cool of a unit. So the first thing I think we have to do here is we have to remove this front plate. I don't want anything to happen to this. This is be almost impossible to find a new tuner front one here. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to pull the knobs here off of it. And well, maybe I'll be able to restring it from the back. This one seems a little temperamental on here, so I'm just going to look at the back here a little bit and let you guys talk. And I've just got string hanging everywhere down here, and this bulletin sort of tells you how to do it, but it looks like a real pain in the butt. So if anybody has any questions so far, I'm going to go ahead. Looks like the bottom is pretty well connected on here. And it's just a question of how this thing comes up through the upside. It's almost one of those things you almost have to start from square one to get it done right. This was that was already on the top there. Okay, so on the top there, goes round. So how's everybody's day going today? Go for it. Yes, John's always been a flirter with me for a long time. So, okay. Oh boy, just hit something there. So all these restrings, they always start with a spring that mounts on the center of this wheel over here, and you have to really start from that position, and it tells you that it comes out here and it goes around. This loops around this one, comes back over here, goes down to the bottom of the tuning shaft, goes up here, and goes around here and back around, and then it comes down underneath and back on the wheel again. At least that's the way I read it. It's just a total pain in the ass, and it's one of the things I hate most about doing restoration work when these strings come off. They are a super pain in the butt. Also, some of these control knobs are, we really probably should remove these first. Okay, that'll probably be the smart thing to do so we can get access. Some of these are really on here. It's like almost like they're glued on. It could be a real pain in the ass to get these off these shafts. You have to kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit and hope that that breaks it free. Okay, that front's pretty dirty too, but that'll probably clean up good. Oh, let's see. Well, you got your Janice lost your power for 2.5 hours. That's kind of stinks. Go ahead, just keep trying to rock this off. I've got two of them that are a little tough on here, and I'll just try to rock them back and forth, these shafts. I don't want to put too much pressure on them and pull them off here and cause damage. I'll put that upside down. Make sure I'm not hurting that shaft at all or bending up the pieces. I'll take a little screwdriver on a piece of wood to protect the surface, and I'll kind of very lightly pry this off. You can see the issue I'm having right here is these two are stuck on the shaft here, so I can't just take a screwdriver and stick it in there, or I'll mar this surface here, and I don't want to do that. I want to get a thin, yep, said the shaft juice, that's right. I want to get some some piece of protection on there, like a box that a tube came in. Slip that down there, so I'm not doing any damage when I'm rocking that off of there. Hope everybody, yep, I've certainly got the knobs. I know. Oh, you guys on here. So now put that behind there, and what that does is allows me to pry that off without marring the surface, and that's very, very important. That shaft, that was almost like welded on there. So we got one more to get off here. I want to do that very carefully. Okay. All right. Very, very carefully. Okay. And I'm just going to take my time and rock this one. This base one is really on here. Yep, need to have a museum. Well, maybe one day they'll all go to the Wacky World Museum in Messina, New York. Wouldn't that be cool, huh? Just rock this off. On the internet, we are traveling around the world. No place in the world like Messina, New York. So I'm going to kind of hit this from the back a little bit too on this shaft. The less I do on the front of it, the better. In terms of getting this thing off. Yeah, that helped loosen it really good right there. So, all right, that's off now. Whew. I don't know if you can see some of the little bit rusty inside that. You probably can't see it. So now I want to take all of these knobs and put them in a safe place in the back here. Get them out of harm's way. Okay. Flip that back over again. All right. And you can see all the knobs have now been safely removed without destroying any of the surface. And I'm lucky in a lot of ways. This tuner is still in very good shape. Although these surfaces get a lot of work. I think they get a lot of turning and a lot of action with people's fingers and things in there. I still think this will probably clean up pretty good. Okay, so all of them are off. So that's a success there. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get this set back up. I'll put the hammer back. Now I'll get the I'll remove these screws that are holding this faceplate on. All right. Get this out of the way. Batman says, Rosie, I think I'm the only one here for the vintage tube stuff. Bunch of yentas. Don't you know YouTube is populated with yentas on here. Yentas on parade. That's what we got. So, all right. I'm looking at the back of the unit now. Let me get my screwdrivers here. If you ever get these type of screwdrivers with the little built-in hex heads, these are really nice for removing parts without a lot of hassle. And the reason I want to remove this, looks like it has it looks like it has 2 bolts, 2 screws on each side that hold this on. And the reason I want to remove this is I need access to look at the front of that tuning wheel to be able to hook the spring properly back up. And the guy that I got this from, he just told me he was way over his head and trying to get this unit running, but there are some things that we're fiddled with in it. I'm not super happy about, but for what I paid for it and the value of the unit, big deal. Hello, Drew. Nice to see you. And don't forget, I got the 7 p.m. the regular Saturday night hangout tonight. That should be a blast. Let me take this side off now. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hi, Mr. Grinch. Nice to see you. I think Amanda will be along. She always enjoys watching this stuff, too. All right. Got one more screw to go. And then we can get this out of the way. And like I said, I have ordered new 6.3 volt bulbs for the whole unit. And if we can get this back installed, that means we only have to work on the record player. Will be the last part, and then the cabinet finish. So this should come right off now. And there it goes. Okay, so we got that off, and we can carefully put that aside, because that's you know, if you had to go out and buy this, you know, and some people part out the unit, they'd probably charge $50, $100 just for this. Okay, so that's off of there. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Drew. So let's see what else we got going on now. See, we can't really remove that second part there. Maybe we can. Maybe we can if we put those pointers on it. Okay. And that's the way we look now with the front off. And yeah, this, you can see the dust that's on here. A lot of dust. Need to be very careful. You can't be real aggressive cleaning this, cleaning these things, because this is just like a transfer, very light, like a silk screening on here. And I've seen people just get aggressive and take this stuff and scrub it, thinking they're, and they get done scrubbing it, and they take a look at it. It doesn't have any lettering on it left at all. Seeing how we can remove this now. Maybe I'll be able to access from that. Don't think I can. Yeah, let's see the bottom. I can probably access that wheel. You can see where this is. This is the slot where the strings are supposed to come into for the restring here, and that's what actually tunes it. It's fixing your radio. Yeah, you should always save your old stuff to part out, because there's rebuilders out there that you know, they want to get new face plates, they want to get new things for their unit after they get them working. So I'm going to take this and sit it over on top of the unit over there. I could also go ahead and I may actually run this through. Looks like some stuff is all spilled down there. Some, you know, people lean over, they spill beers and stuff in there. I might actually put that through the dishwasher. Run that through a cycle in the dishwasher. Okay, I think I might do that, because that might do a more thorough job. I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. I'm going to throw this into the dishwasher, and that will clean that up really good. Right, be right back. Okay, and I am back. Oh. Yeah, Bean, I got the amplifier. I got the whole unit working the other day. I'm just working on, and welcome to all you who are new. I've now pulled the tuner, AM/FM tuner, in the control box here, and I'm working on number one, cleaning it up. And I just took the faceplate of it and stuck it in the dishwasher there, and that'll really clean that up nicely, I think. And it's a good gentle way to do that as opposed to rubbing on it. Just let the spray of water do it. And the other issue I have here, and I'll turn this, I want to be very careful. I don't want any scratches or any damage on this. This is going to be my principal unit to have in the living room when I remove the Magnavox and change it out. Okay, so I'll show you the other thing here, because this dial cord thing is really a pain in the ass. It's around everything on here. This guy that I got it from, this guy that I got this unit from, this thing's all caught in here. Are you kidding me? Just give me a second, guys. Pardon the camera flying all over the place. This guy that I got it from kind of gave up on restringing it, as you can see here. So he stopped using it as an AM/FM tuner, and he ended up just running it as a guitar amplifier. But, you know, you and I like things that work a little better than just having to reach up inside when you want to change a station and tune the wheel there. So, all right. Now, according to the restringing guide from Howard Sam's Technical Publishing, where I get a lot of my, and this is February 2062 service bulletin, it shows you the way that these get strung. But what they don't tell you is where these start on the dial. They tell you to put the AM tuning gang in a closed position, and that's what this is, the AM tuning gang in a closed position. This would be the fully open, would be this way. This is fully closed here. They tell you to put that in the closed position, and they tell you to the FM slug has to be fully out, and the FM slug is actually in here. This is your stereo multiplex unit, and if you look in the back here, if you look at the back there, you will actually see this white string comes out here, and it's a very heavy, like it's a nylon fishing rod wire, nylon string. You can see it also goes into the back of the unit around that wheel, and that actually is pulling a slug along a shaft there, moving that in and out, which is tuning in your FM. So this is for AM, and this is also connected for your FM. So it's a very complicated arrangement to have two, basically an AM and an FM tuner on one string. So it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Right. Let's see. Batman says where I work, we still use an old analog meter to test the high voltage diode, old Simpson, like from the 1970s. And it's interesting that you should say that, because this is a vacuum tube voltmeter here, and you really need one of these to work on vacuum tube and tube amplifiers and things, because the voltages are much higher and the readings are much more accurate. So this is what I use for alignment and other things, and for testing a what they call VTVM, vacuum tube voltmeter. And some, you know, most things I use this, which is your standard multimeter. But this was this is a yeah, these are Janice says she remembers seeing one of these in her grandfather's shop there, so her father's shop actually. So this is a very important thing. It gives you true and accurate measurements when you're working on the high voltage vacuum tube equipment. Everything you need to work on this stuff I have in this shop for sure. The only thing I don't have a lot of is patience, because this stuff is such a pain in the ass. I really want to remove this this front part here, but I've got to be able to figure out how how to put this, how to put these pointer dolls, these little pointers back on here that you see here. So I'm going to try to do it while it's in place. So one end of this, trying to see, it looks like, doesn't look like either end of this tuning string is still hooked on. No, actually one end is hooked on. One end is permanently affixed on there. I'll give you a look in there. Up there, let me show you guys. You can look up in there and you can see that one end is sort of tied on to that tuning wheel up there. So that's the good news. So all we have to do is figure out how to properly route this thing around 6 million other turns on here and make it correct. Hello, David. Nice to see you. Welcome to the shop. Okay. Yeah, I've got a good Bosch dishwasher. I've put whole motherboards in it. I've put stereo amplifier tuner boards through the washing machine. It works great. Computer keyboards, I just throw the whole thing right in there. Works beautifully when they're dirty. I got a video up more. Put your computer keyboard right into the dishwasher right there. So okay, and then you'll see the other end here is disconnected, and it has the pointer for the AM on there. And I'm thinking, if I don't mess this up too much and I get this hooked back. Hi Janet, nice to see you. Occasional Woman 84. If I can get this back on there properly, then I won't have to worry about moving the pointers, because these I'll show you guys these little doll pointers. You can see the back of them. They're almost glued into position there, the doll string on it. So as I said, one of them points downward and this one actually points upward from below, so thus adding to the pain in the ass factor of doing the restring here. So far so good. So now I'm going to try to follow the bulletin here, my Sam's bulletin. So from the I'm trying to see which one from the, okay, the last thing is then the spring coming down. So the first thing this thing leaves this dial cord, and I don't know if it helps to put you guys down here. Pardon my boobs if they're there. Oh boy. This thing leaves this dial cord down. I'm trying to get you guys the best position here to see this. What I'm actually going to do is remove this whole damn string as much as I can by going backwards with it to figure out where the problem is. So it's still on the shaft down there. And that seems to be the totally, you almost have to be a rocket scientist for this stuff, guys. I can't stand doing this stuff. I probably shouldn't even do it on a live hangout, because I want to cuss so bad right now. So this is wrapped around the shaft here. Oh boy, that's off of that now. Hate this. Okay, so there we go. We have it all the way done. All right. I'm mad, bro. I'm very mad. I'm hella mad. So what I'm going to do now is bring this all the way down and start this down in a lower position, and then pull it up from there. So, okay, once it leaves that, I've got the gang fully closed. It's going to come up here and go off to the side. and then all the way down. It goes all the way down to that lower, all the way down to that lower wheel. You can see an upper wheel there and a lower wheel. I guess I could sit the camera over here. Just out of position. Maybe sit that on top of that speaker there. Yeah, that might be a better view for you guys to see what I'm trying to do with the shaft here. I'm working on these two right now. So it says it leaves the shaft there. It comes along the back. It comes on top of the lower wheel. On top of the lower wheel. Okay, and I've got to pull this whole string in after me. That's the real pain in the ass here. So what you really got to do is take this whole damn thing off. Oh man, I'm already confused as hell on this thing. Oh boy. And that goes up there with 3.5 turns. So that's the one. Let me see here. Are you mad, bro? Hell yeah, I'm mad. Let's see that one. Oh. Hi, Marcel. Nice to see you. Okay, so just in a holding pattern while I continue to study this thing and get the lay of the land on here. Okay, so it leaves there, goes on top. Goes on top of that wheel. Right now it's not going on top of that wheel. And then it drops down to that shaft. Oh boy. Now remember, you guys could be looking at eagles today. You know, but you're spending time with me, which is really nice. So put that in a closed position. Now that just came off of the damn thing, so oh crap. Better to just remove the whole damn string and start fresh. You know, as much as a pain in the ass as it is going to be, I can't do something that's half hooked on and half not, so fuck it. Have I told you, doll string, lately that I hate you? Okay. So now we got the taking off the whole string is off now. The whole doggone thing. So we might as well just start fresh. Might as well start fresh and do it right. So no sense screwing around with half measures here, right? All right, let's see. We got 32 people watching this train wreck on here. Always good. I'll put you guys back up here. At least you can see my boobies, if nothing else. All right, so we're just going to have some fun now. We're going to start at the beginning, and we are going to work our way through. Unfortunately, we already have two things connected here, so that's going to be a total pain. But we may be able to do a little bit of a rough realignment before we put it back. So I'm going to prop this up a little bit now, so I have a better view. That's weird. It kind of popped right off, didn't it? Hold that on. I'm going to go ahead and get this propped up a bit here. so it's easier for me to route it through. Oh, I love my Janus. Yeah, let's get some light on that now. So what I'm going to do now is start from the very beginning and hook on this end onto that wheel. Reach up here and get this hooked on if I can. Oh Lord, I can get that thing hooked on that shaft. That's where that goes, right there. And this is why they always have Asian women in factories doing this stuff, because A, they got the patience to do it. Of course, everything's all digital tuning now, but their hands and fingers are very small, and they're very delicate, very delicate work. So, ooh. Let's see if I can get this, start this on the shaft here. Okay, that's on. Close position. This is going to start over here. Okay, so I need to start it on this shaft here. Fuck, I hate this. Oh, is Warren here? No, Warren was here. Yes, you're right, Maxine. Can't have too many boobies. I need to raise this still higher here. So put something like that. I told you guys this just sucks. This is why I wanted to work on that tabletop tube radio, but that was kind of snake bit today. That's in a better position now. So let's see. I can't do it the other way. So let's try it again. The tuning gang is all the way closed. Okay. Let's start up here. Get that hooked on there. Okay, that's on. Now we're already okay. There, we're on. Woohoo! All right, that's on. All right, now that supposedly comes down off the bottom of that wheel, and it goes to this lower, to top of the. No, it goes to the top of the lower wheel. So I'm going to try to feed this up here and put it on the top of the lower wheel. Okay, that's on the top of the lower wheel. Top of the lower wheel. Got that on there. And it comes all the way across to the bottom, goes to the top of this wheel, all the way over to this side, over here. You can see what I have so far. Here's where the starts right there, and I'm getting ready to pull this across to the bottom of the. You'll see two wheels down there. I'll put this on the. Where is that? If you look down, you'll see two wheels, an upper one and a lower one. I want to now put this through to the top of the lower wheel. So top of the lower wheel. That right across. Really have to have a lot of patience for this, guys. This is about as ugly as it gets. Okay. I'd rather be shocked with 200, 300 volts than to do this crap all day. Let's see, that's caught on there. This is why servicemen drink. You know what I mean? Because they have to do this shit on the job. Because little Johnny played with it underneath the tuning dial string. All right, that already came off. Wonderful. Already had our first screw up there. Oh, shoot. Come on. Oh, come on, man. Okay, that's on. Now let's try this again. We come across here. Come all the way across to the top. I'm getting frustrated as hell, guys. I'm telling you. What time is it? Is it time for a beer yet? All right, so we now got to come over to the top of this lower part here. Okay, we got to run off to the top of that. That's the next challenge we have. To put that baby on the top of that. And then we're going to go down to the tuning shaft. So let's put this over the top of the lower. Okay, that's on. Now we're going to go all the way down here. And then we're going to do 3.5 turns on this tuning shaft here. And that's just free float, so that doesn't really matter, but we're going to do 3.5 turns on that. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ah, boy, now what do I got? This pointer just hanging here like this, huh? 3.5 turns on that. Oh, boy. So why would that be in that position, huh? It should be up there like that. 3.5 turns. Come on. Right. I think that's right. Probably have to start that in a different position on the big wheel. We got to go all the way back again, guys, from the very beginning. Oh. Got to go all the way back. Yeah, I'm going to put on a bikini too, so I keep viewer interest here. I'll tell you that. Good Lord! Now I got to go all the way back to the beginning, and do it all again because I am in the wrong spot here where this goes. I believe. Yeah, I think that's. I'm not sure if that's in the wrong spot or not. No, that looks correct. I just can't figure why this. Ooh, naked radio chat. Okay, guys, I'm officially not having fun now here. I am officially not having fun. Gotta always start with that one. Start on that one over there. I've got that. I've got that. Out. The O. 3.5 turns. I've got that. I am not having fun. Oh boy. Okay, that goes there. Okay, this comes across here to the top. I am not having fun. Oh, Rosie, just take up a relaxing hobby. A nice relaxing hobby. Something you could really enjoy. Why not get into radio restoration? Oh, great idea. Great idea. All right, now there's something wrong because this pointer. No, that's correct. Well, it just came off, so I got to figure it out, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I got no idea. So, and how's your way? Got any jumper cables? I'll tell you, I need a couple beers, Marcel. I think I've discovered why service people drink. Let's see, that goes down and around. I don't know. These things I might have to mount up. Later on there if I can. I don't even know if I'll be able to get them on there. It's on there. Maybe that's. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. That's. This thing just seems a mess. No drinking in the shop. It caused broken stuff. Rosie, how does a T-girl cross dress? I don't think T-girls don't cross dress. They live it every day. See me living the dream, Maxine? Doesn't it look like I'm having fun here? I'd like to knock a head in right now is what I'd like to do. See, that's not even on the right way. That thing would have to go like this. That has to go like that on there. Okay. Front view. I know this. This has to go like that. That has to go on something like that. How's that going to be on that shaft? Fully closed. Let's see. Yeah, two drinks and I would throw. I'll tell you what, Janice, this to me, like I said, I'd rather be zapped by 120 volts all day long than to sit here and do this this nonsense. This is the worst of the worst of the worst right here. This stuff is just unreal. Sometimes these diagrams are wrong too. I need Warren in here to give me a hand. That's what I need. Warren's a good luck charm. Well, let's look at this again. And this goes on. I know this is the right one because it has all the marks on it from other people having this fun. If I get this thing on, I am going to have a damn beer. All right, that's on. Now, once again, that goes up and around the lower. Okay, and that's around the lower. Okay. Oh, brother. Now it's supposed to go over, across the bottom, across the bottom, to this wheel. Comes to the top of it. Top of it. And then down. I know so far it's perfect according to the instructions, but I've got this, this darn thing should not be here like this. And we're supposed to go do 3 turns, 1, 2, and look at that, that thing's right there. There's our basic problem, guys. We do the proper turns that they tell you. And look at where that pointer ends up. It ends up nowhere near being able to reach up onto the dial there to do its thing. So something is wrong. Something is wrong. So we're gonna have to use a little bit of insight. Oh, I get Elvis excited, huh? Hey, David, I am mad, bro. I am mad, bro. I'm so mad right now. If I had one of your T-shirts on, I'd be wearing that. So, oh, if I hit my boob on one of these shafts again, I'm gonna scream. So, yeah. Okay. That can't move at all either. On there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and remove these. I just can't take all day. So no guts, no glory. So then we go around this shaft, 3.5 turns. How in the hell do you do a half turn? It's 1 full turn, 2 full turns, 3 full turns, and a half. Now what? Half. Now go up to the upper wheel. Upper wheel here. And I'm probably going to go ahead and take this one off too. These are probably not even in position anyway, so I'm going to remove this one too. Oh boy, I might keep that one on, I don't know. Could be the biggest mistake of the day is removing that, but we shall see. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I wish Jen would have warned me earlier, right? Okay, so now this goes up around the outside of the top up here, all the way to the top gang up here. I can pull this up through here. Pull this one up too. If I only have to take one of these off, I think I'm ahead of the game, as opposed to taking two of them off. Okay. All right, that spring is a little stuck in there. Pull that up through. Like Janice Adams said, we often heard cussing from the shop, her father's shop out there. So now we're coming up to the top of the upper one. Goes up to the top of the upper one. Top of the upper one from the outside. And this goes on the inside shaft. Inside. Okay. And now it comes over, comes across below the upper wheel on this side. Below the upper wheel on this side. That's on. Below the upper wheel there. And then it comes across. Comes across. Comes straight across to the. Let's see, that should go to the outer wheel. Comes straight across. This pointer's all out of position too. I don't know, both of these pointers are so out of position right now. That goes across. Oh, wow. I warned you. All right. This just seems way too long, this thing. Way too long. Take both of them off. Yeah, this just seems ridiculously long, this thing. Ridiculously long. Like that. I know, David. I'm about to take the hammer to it. I'm about to take the hammer to it. I'll tell you, because this is just screwed up. This thing's like following this thing slavishly, and this darn thing is You know, maybe if I give it the finger or something. You know, so it's going to come all the way down. It's supposed to come down from this top wheel to this tuning shaft. There's just no way. There's just no way. Yeah, I'm frustrated, guys. I am very, very frustrated here. No doubt. Can't stand this work. So that position. That comes down there. There's just no way that's going to go in there. Lower wheel. Oh boy. Yeah, take us something and just do it in honor of me. Everybody just grab something and smash it, because no wonder this guy put it up for sale. He's probably so sick of fucking with this thing. Oh boy. That was like the end of the line with him. Oh boy. It seems like about a foot too long, this thing. That's crazy. So we got to take it all back again. Drop back and punt. Okay. Take it right off the shaft again. The thing is, this thing looks original. That's the thing that kills me. Maybe this thing's supposed to go around the whole. I think I see what the problem is now, guys. I think I've had that insight. This thing has to make one whole. I think this thing has to make one whole loop around the wheel. Yeah, I think this thing comes out. That's why this thing's screwed. I think this thing's got to make a whole loop around this wheel. I think that's the basic problem, or else. Okay, guys. Well, we can try it. Man, if I can get this thing running, beers for everybody. Just doesn't come right off there. Oh, hi, Missy Jen. Help me. Yeah, you need to be 14 and work for 26 a day to be able to do it. No, I got to tell you honestly, guys, over the years, some of these SAMs things, some of them are correct and some of them aren't. I mean, there's a lot of variations on this model number up here, because I know I'm following the exact thing that it needs to be here. And very, very tough. I don't know whether it got stretched out from this guy pulling on it and eventually came off of the pulleys, or what the hell happened to it. Oh boy. The cure for everything is a hammer. Boy, I'd sure like to take a hammer right now, but I love this unit too much. I'm just going to have to just suss it out, guys. There's just no other way around it. There's just no other way around it. Funny thing is, I was going to have such a beautiful day with the little tube top Motorola giveaway radio, and that bit me in the ass today. I couldn't even get the chassis out of it. Some days you shouldn't even get out of bed, huh? Well, I'll try it one more time. I know I got this thing right. Okay, this comes off of the big wheel of fortune here. Oh boy. Hammer it, Rosie, you could go viral, I know, but then I'm destroying one of the nicest systems I've ever had. I just don't want to do it. But I can understand why this guy blew it out though. Now probably got frustrated as hell on this thing. Okay, so we come out the bottom, and I know we don't. I don't think we make a whole revolution around there. No, we just come out and make a left-hand turn and go right up to the lower wheel here. Right to the top of the lower wheel. Oh man. I tell you, Missy Jen, I'm going to need a fucking beer soon. Oh boy. All right. Came right off, son of a bitch. Oh boy. Oh, I told you, place the shaft between your boobs. I'll tell you guys, this I don't think I'll ever be doing another live hangout stringing a tuner dial again. Did I lie, guys? This is just the worst of the worst of the worst here. Just worster and worster. Okay, that's on again. That's off again. I tell you, Drew, I just give it up. I got the damn pointers already off. They've got to be rehooked on again when it finally gets in position. What a pain in the ass, you know? Oh crap. I'll give you guys a theoretical look at what it's supposed to look like when it's like that. Where's that thing go in the back? That's the way it's supposed to look with them. in position like that. And they're supposed to move as they move on the shaft. It must have taken a real genius to figure that out. I'll tell you, to work them both simultaneously and get them set on there. I need Drew's able assistance today in the shop. So, well, let's just figure it out. I just can't understand. Got the tuning shaft, which is correct. We're on. I think we'll have better luck with the pineapple upside down cake hangout tomorrow. Famous last words, huh? On that. Okay, so that's on there now. That's on. How the hell get that string on there anyway? Okay, that's on. First position. I don't even know how I'll get that spring up on there if I do ever succeed in getting this thing on there. Just no way with this faceplate on there. Take that tube out before it gets damaged. Oh, brother. Let me tell you, brother. All right. I repair them and sell them. I do all kinds of things on here. So let's try it again. Let's not think about how we're going to tie the string at the end, because that could be very painful just even thinking about that. That's around once. That's maybe supposed to be that fully closed position. Well, we might as well try it this way too. So now we'll take it up over the top of this bad boy. We're not beaten yet, guys, but damn close. Okay. That one's going to go over the top of that. Okay. You guys want to see me have my first meltdown, huh? It's coming. It's coming. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Cut that part out into a single Yeah, start if I'm working at the spring end though. The problem is I can't. I might not be able to pull it enough. But then I have to put on the I have to put on the far end. But yeah, I guess I'll try the. Let's try putting the string on. I don't know if. Let's try it from the other end here. Let's work backwards. So we'll go ahead and put this. We'll hook the spring on there. That's hooked in. The tuning gang is supposed to be closed all the way. Okay. But I need to be able to put this on and then close it. Yeah, we'll work backwards now, Drew. Let's try it backwards. Okay, so now we're in that position. Okay, I'll never get the other end on. That's the problem. Let's see, and that comes out, and this goes out. Okay, this goes up, out, and over top. Then it goes up to goes to the back of this wheel. Oh, fuck it, guys. I'm getting really frustrated. Really frustrated. Oh, we need Batman, Rosie, and Look Magic. Yes, we need Batman. Oh, boy. I tell you, this is just the worst part of repairs is doing this shit. This stuff just sucks. Just sucks. 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 Thing that freaks me out. Some of my rebuilder friends say, you know what? Some of these fucking things aren't even right when when they publish these these things. They so hate repair guys that they put the wrong shit on sometimes. Let's see. All right. That's kind of funny. Okay, so we go out here. Hand me a hammer. Hand me a damn hammer. And we're going to go. Going to go up to the top of the lower wheel. Boy, how many times have we played this game? Top of the lower wheel. It's now on the top of the lower wheel. Sorry. My top got caught on the shaft there. You almost got a real free boob show there. So it goes all the way across to the bottom of the lower wheel. This would be your bottom of the lower wheel. Comes up through the bottom. Up through the bottom of the lower wheel. The bottom of the lower wheel. Goes around the lower wheel. Goes around. Okay, I got that correct. And that son of a bitch just came off that end. Yeah, somebody better fly. I have to take one of the pulleys off to get to it. I don't know, David. I just know I hate this friggin' work. I can't even take it off because I've got the tuner eye thing there. I just refuse to do that. I can reach everything. It's just the all the lengths seem weird to me. I wonder if this is the original. I don't know. It's hard to know sometimes. This unit has kind of been a pain in the ass for a while. And that came off again. Okay, that's on all the way across. That's correct. I need MX420 kid. That's what I need. Oh boy. My backup row here. All right, over top of that. Now that's correct. That would be perfect for pulling that AM along. That would be just perfect. Okay, so now that goes along here, along the bottom, all the way to the, it's supposed to go down to the tuning shaft. 3.5 turns. So we got, there's 1, 2, 3. Now where do we go? We go up to the top of the outer wheel. I'm going to hold that in position while I pull this through here. Have I told you lately that I love you? I should have taken up singing. All right. Pull that out. Okay. I think when the if my rebuilder society sees this video, I'll probably be drummed out. So let's see. This is on the comes up to the inside wheel here. All right. Now this is, I know this is exactly correct. Now it's on the inside wheel. I guess they want that on the outside wheel. Picky, picky, picky. Now it comes all the way across. Okay. Comes all the way across to the top of the upper wheel. Which is correct. I've now put that right. All right, now it comes back across to the, comes back across to the front wheel. Then we're going to drop it down. Now what are we going to do with it? Son of a bitch it, or what are we going to do? Just son of a bitch it right there. And then that goes around. Don't want to lose my tension on there. Okay, I got that. Now it's supposed to go around the wheel and in. Around the wheel. It doesn't feel like that would turn anything at all, guys. It's like, what the hell? That doesn't feel like that would turn shit, you know? You kidding me? Oh, calm, Rosie, son. I'm about to shut this thing down and have Bobby come over tonight, have a few drinks and a few laughs and just enjoy. There's no way that's going to turn on that shaft. There's just no way. There ain't no way. I don't guess I had that on the right spot on that shaft, so. Oh, boy, we got to back up again, guys. Back up again. All right. You couldn't pay me to do this shit for a living. Who can I call and yell at? Who should we call on the phone? Who should we call and yell at on the phone today? Huh? Take all of our frustrations out. Oh, yeah. Who should we call? Who should we call today to son of a bitch on this thing to just let her rip? Drew's going to say, be calm, Rosie. Be calm now. Just start over again. Be calm. I'm starting to lose my mind here today. This is not the hardest thing in the world. Jesus. Jeez. All right, around the lower when everybody, the word's gone out now. Rosie's having a meltdown on her hangout. You better get over there and see it. Let's see, that comes along the, over the top. Oh my. Soon to be in a Mallory Williams podcast. Oh my, you know, if you can't maintain your demeanor, you know, maybe YouTube's not for you. And I always take Mallory's stuff to heart because she speaks a lot of sense. So I shouldn't even fucking be here. Let's see. Okay, that's on there. All right, that's correct. That is absolutely correct. Now we go across, shooting all the way over across to the top of this bad boy. I'm starting to get pretty good at this. My finger mobility's increased dramatically now. Okay, that's along the top of that bad boy. All right. Then we come down to this shaft, and we have to put 3.5 turns. You guys have already memorized this now, haven't you? Okay, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. String theory, yes. Well, you know the thing that I'm best at, guys? I'm going to tell you. The only thing I'm good at is string bikinis. That's my string theory. Okay, that's caught there. There we go. A lot of binding on here. I just don't even think that's going to be functional. Oh boy. Why is that caught? It's caught on something. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to officially throw in the towel today. Burn my second hang out of the burn my second hang out of the day. I'll tell you, this is just lunatic. This is just loony. This is just loony. All right. That's supposed to go. You know what? I'm turning the wrong fucking way on the shaft here. This is supposed to go under. This is why this is fucking up. 1, 2, 3.5. So that was on the wrong way. Still kind of goofed up. It's probably not supposed to be there. Yeah, the only 2, 3.5. Oh. You have to you have 4 roses time. I'll tell you, Drew, this is I'd gladly pay you to come and do this job, because this is the worst. This, my friend, this be the worst of the worst. This is as bad as it gets for repair work here. 2, 3. This be as bad as it gets, my friend. Hi, Susie. Hey, look at what I have here. I have the manual, David. There it is. There's the dial cord stringing guide. It just doesn't seem to bear any resemblance to reality. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been fun. Again, don't forget. Let's try one more thing here. Okay. Let's try one more thing, and then that's going to be it. Let's try one more thing. You get here, Drew. You get here as soon as you can get here. As soon as you can get here, the next flight out, you get over here. Because I'm going to burn this shop down in a couple hours. I'm going to burn this shop down. Let me tell you, brother, I am going to burn this shop down. All right. Oh. And I've had my manual. Here we go. Now we're going to go to the lower wheel. We're going to go up over the lower wheel, which I'm doing right now. Okay, and we come across, come all the way across, up over top of this wheel. Son of a bitch, that for the 6,000th time today. Got that there. And that just came right off. I think I'll stick to amplifier repair work and leave this to the Mexicans. Oh, yeah, I'm not giving up. I mean, there's only so many wheels and shit that it can be on, right? I mean, do the factorial, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That'll give you how many possibilities I've got on this son of a bitch, this thing. Oh boy. Okay, come around. Like getting snagged on shit. Come around over top of this one. That's correct. That shouldn't be on there. There we go. That came off again. God almighty. Okay. I want to use your golden hammer. I love you, Mallory. You know that. You are you're the greatest addition to YouTube. I love it. You got a great voice too. You got a great voice too. You got a great voice, girlfriend. A great voice. Let's see. Let's try looking at it. Remove front dial panel will be easier. Yeah, the problem is I've got my I got a socket for the EL84. The hell is that? Yeah, the EM84 up here, the tuner eye. It's hooked to the back of it too, so I can't just easily remove that. That's the basic problem there. So that's what keeps that kind of held in. So it's, believe it or not, I'm not having any problem manipulating the cords. Manipulating the cords is easy. So any other suggestions? I just have to patiently start again. The problem is this thing does an AM and an FM, and that makes it really really difficult. I wonder if this, you know, guys, I just had a fucking brainstorm here. No, that's not it. This little tab is supposed to point down here. Okay, that's hooked on again. Was hooked on. Okay, that's not, that doesn't look anything at all. This is the way it's supposed to look here. You know, right now the eagles in the nest are looking pretty good, right, compared to this fucking train wreck today. Oh boy. I will never forget this one. Okay, that's on properly. All right, under. Absolutely 100% correct. Absolutely 100% correct here. So far, so good. Comes out and it goes to the top. No, it goes, yeah, to the top of the lower wheel. We've seen this opera a few times. That's on there. All right, that's correct. Now, if you guys follow along, I can prop that up for you. Maybe that'll show okay. Okay, I've left this part here, and I've come out here, and I've gone along the. You probably can't see that. I've left that hooked on here, came out, came to the top of this one here. Now I'm going to loop around and make the long run across to the top of this one over here. So actually the bottom of that one, and then we're going to come down through the bottom of that one. Comes across. It's just weird on this picture why this cross is so low here, and you can see over here I'm crossing much higher, much higher on that wheel. So that's kind of weird there. Maybe I'm missing. I wonder if I'm missing a damn wheel or something. Am I missing a wheel? I don't think so. I've got upper and lower. Let me just make damn sure. Go have a beer. It's still early. Well, that's very strange that that's so high. It's almost like I'm missing a wheel. Let me just take a close look here. There's no more wheels. Coming low here. Okay. Coming low. Cross there. Nowhere near the bottom of that. Nowhere near the bottom of that though. So then I'm coming across here now, and I'm going to put it from the bottom around to the top. Yeah. This is going to take a little bit of finagling here. I've got to push this through. I'll pull my string all the way through and then I'll lower it down. This is like an all-day IQ test. Aren't we having fun? How am I doing so far? Okay. All right, that goes to the bottom of that. So I gotta take it out again because I got it on the wrong fucking side. That goes to the bottom of that. And believe me, I can access this cord just fine. I have no problem getting access to the wheels. That's easy. Just trying to put this on the shaft now. It's just a little hard to get it through there. Okay, that's now gone across come through the bottom of the lower wheel. And that is perfectly on there. Okay, now I've come across like that from the bottom and I've made the turn. And now I'm coming up. I'm going to go down to the shaft, drop down to the shaft area here. I don't want to lose this thing on this wheel, so I'm going to take my time here. Pull that through down here. Yeah, beer makes everything go better, you know. I'm going to bring that back. Well, the good news is the unit runs and sounds good. Bad news, I might never have a tuner. Oh, it'll tune it, but you can forget about the fucking dial pointer. Oh, boy. Laugh, laugh, laugh. I'm still alive, guys. I'm just trying to manipulate this. I know it's going to sound like somebody's being murdered here in a minute. Just bear with me. Make sure you study that diagram now. There'll be a test later. There'll be a test later. Just a couple more minutes, guys. I'm just trying to get this down guided so it's not going to pinch on anything. That might be it now. I think that'll probably be it. So, all right, and just making sure everything goes on the wheel perfectly here. Okay, through the bottom. I probably didn't do this part right the first time, first 100 times. Now, while I'm holding that in position, I've got to drop this thing back down. This is the hard part here. Wasn't so hard that time. Okay. All right, let me raise this back up again, and I'll tell you guys where we are now. Okay. All right. We now came across here, all the way across. Okay, yeah, it's a tension issue. My fucking tension. Looped around over here. And now I'm going to head back down to that tuning shaft. So on that tuning shaft, I'm supposed to have 3 turns. 1, 2, 3.5. 3.5. Okay. That doesn't even feel right on there. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't have to be that tight on there. 2. Have I told you lately that I love you? Doesn't have to be tight around that shaft. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hey, could I bring my tuner over to be restrung? No. All right, so I've wrapped that shaft 3 times now. Now we're supposed to go up behind. Yeah, that seems okay. So far so good. Now all we have to do is run from here. Looks like this runs to the front wheel. Okay, we can do that. Let's make sure we hold position there around that tuner. Yeah, sometimes a T-girl just needs a beer or 10 for perspective. So I'm now coming up here, and this goes in front of the other one. So I need to be careful to put this in front of the other string running there. Put this in front of the other one there. Okay. See, Missy Jen knows when to stay clear on these kind of clusterfuck days. Okay, so that's now in front of that one. Now I'm bringing it up the side. Okay. All right, now I'm right here. I'm getting ready to go over top of the wheel right there. I'm going to, and that is the. No. I think that's supposed to be That's all right. I think that's supposed to be behind there. So let me pull that back. That's actually supposed to be, it's hard to know whether that's in front or, looks like that's in front of there. Okay. I want to get this thing absolutely positively correct here. No. So. Take this thing out here. I'm just making sure I get it around the properly up at the upper wheel, because it's really the home stretch here. So I want to make sure I do that right. And this looks like this goes in. This looks like it goes in front of that front of those back ones there. So I want to make sure I'm doing that the right way. I'm gonna have to take some pliers and put that on, and then push that up there so I can grab that in front. Okay, which I've now done. Okay, get that up there. All right, so I'm now up here at the top, and I'm going to go in the top of the front wheel. All right, I just made this turn here. Now I'm going to go all the way across, straight across, and then drop down over here. And this is the FM, and that's going to loop when that goes straight across. That's going to loop across the top there. So, okay. Okay, go ahead and pull that through now. This little spring is getting caught on the carpet here on the. I'm still alive, guys. Don't worry. Just making sure this is absolutely done right here. Okay. All right, that's the FM now. I'm now coming across the top here to the back wheel over here, and I'm going to come down off the back wheel and swing around the left side of this wheel, and we should be that spring should be tensioning to put that home. So let's drop that down now through there. Okay. Yeah, you got to have a lot of patience for this guy stuff. You also need to have your head examined. So let's see. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little peek here. Got all the, I think I've got it all right. So here's what I got left, and that's supposed to go down and wrap around that wrap around that down there, so we shall see. Let's see. All right, there's still like way too much cord left here, so down there and around. But we'll do it. Okay. So, let's see. You can see how much I have. You can see how much cord I still have left here. And I'm really at the basically at the end. I mean, I can try running it around the wheel, but this is where stuff always gets kind of weird. Probably runs around that wheel once. Runs around the wheel. I feel like I'm on a GD hamster wheel here. Send that down there. This looks like it's getting a little closer to the right length now. One more time around here. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So there we are. We're almost at, I don't have a lot left here, as you can see. So I'm thinking I've got to go around this. I've got to go around this wheel one more time, and then come through and try to attach that spring to it. But I feel very confident that every one of my all of these have been done properly. I want to hear pardon my boobies. Hey, Paul. Yeah, time for a calm beer. I got to try to hold position, and then maybe this will be it, guys. I just don't know. So I've got to get this up through the top. I don't want to lose it now. Okay, so go around. Okay, I'm coming around the bottom of the wheel now. Okay. All right, guys, and here we go. We got the last little bit to do, and we got to get this on the wheel now. So I think I've actually correctly got this strung now. God knows how. But we've got to go ahead and get that. I always wondered what this thing was here. It's like a guide. It's like a guide bar to keep these keep this cord from interfering. So I'll have to figure that out a little bit too. But I need to now get this attached now. This spring end on here. It has a little clip on the end of it. So, oh boy, gotta figure out how I'm gonna hook this on now. So. See how I'm going to hook this on and maybe stretch this into position. And I think at this point I'm going to try to carefully remove this top section here if I can. Lord, I didn't want to take this thing off. You know, but I don't really know another way to try to get that hooked on. So I guess I'll have to try to remove this, guys. Oh. Well, that's kind of cool. These sort of just clip off. That's pretty cool. Huh? Put these in a safe location. That's pretty cool. That whole thing just clips off. Kind of wish I knew that earlier. That would have maybe saved some hassle. Huh? Save some David Hasselhoff on that. This whole thing has got to be cleaned anyway, so. We'll get a better shot at making a good connection with this thing. So I still have to put on those dial pointers. Okay. I have to be very careful about laying this thing down. Okay, so now we've got a better shot at hooking up this, and you can see what a contraption this is. What a compendium of joy rig this thing is here. So still have to figure out this can't be like this. So at least now it'll be a little easier. Oh yeah, Yvonne told me that earlier. I just didn't want to disrupt this tube I have here. So got to make sure this isn't going to interfere. So I have to actually backtrack a little bit here. Yeah, Yvonne is a great friend of mine. He's been on every one of my repair videos. Really an awesome guy. Okay, so. Okay, let's try putting that around the shaft now. Can't go that one. Go that one. Okay, so that comes down like so. Then we're going to make a whole loop around this wheel. Now I understand why this thing is here. Okay. This is really pulling on this a lot. But I really can't do anything. Let's see if I can take that off. I feel like we're kind of getting it, guys. If we don't get it, then I'm just going to get on my horse and get drunk. That'll be it. Always the YouTube solution, eh? Okay, kind of pulled that out of the way. Let's get that off of there altogether. All right. Okay. All right, we got more of a wire field here than you can shake a stick at, guys. But I feel like we're making a little bit of progress here. So I'm going to stick with it today. I'm going to stick with it. So I'm not one to give up easily when it comes to a challenge. So that came off. All this stuff just came off. I probably have to redo everything. Kind of lost the flow of it. Yeah. Well, it'll be very fast now with all this off. I'll just do this. So, okay. So out there on top of that, I wish I could find a way to prop this up so you guys could. It's not the best angle. I'm trying to think. Well, this was probably the best way before. Okay. Okay, so I'm just following along now. So goes out of there, then goes over top of this one, shoots all the way across here to the top of this one, to the top here. Okay, top of that, and then this crosses behind. Yep, this is good down here. Okay. Okay, that crosses. Okay, out, up, over the top. Now down to the tuning shaft, 3.5 turns. 1, 2, 3. And then from there it goes up to the front of this one, to the front one, and over and under over here, the upper, under there. Then it goes over top and then straight across. So did both of the, let's see, make sure that's correct. Around, down, over. This is supposed to go to the bottom here, guys. It's supposed to go to the bottom. So that the AM and the FM are both perfectly level on here. So these strings are all perfectly level. So we leave that wheel and we come across to perfectly level. Then we go from the bottom, then over. Then down to the shaft for 3 turns. 1, 2, 3.5. 3, and then up to the upper outside. Then across to this one, and this is another one with a straight across. Second, this is the AM up here. Straight across under. And then this is going to go to the, it's going to go behind to the inner wheel here. To the inner wheel. That's on now, the inner wheel top, got that. Okay. And the inner wheel. We're going to shoot this baby down here. And this is going to go down here. And this has got to go behind here, or else it's going to get all tangled up. Then it's going to go down onto the wheel of fortune here. Let's drop this down here. Drop this one through on the wheel. Okay, that's behind there now. Now we take this around the final big wheel, one big roll around the big wheel here. One big roll around the big wheel. Okay. Now we have to put this one down behind again. Yeah, it just seems like it's binding too much, guys. It's binding because this isn't even on the fucking wheel. Got to make sure everything is on a wheel and not on the shaft. Okay. All right, let's drop that down there. Oh. Okay, that feels like that's binding a bit. All right. Oh, I'll tell you guys, I like to think we're close, and then it feels like it's binding here. Okay, and that's still way too long when that comes inside. Way too long. All right, so that wasn't the solution to that. Brother. That was not the solution to that, guys. So I'm going to give it one more shot today, and then I'm going to call it a day. Burn my second hang of the day. Tomorrow, I feel like we'll have better luck with the pineapple upside down cake, right? All right. I know that's perfectly correct. I think he made a mistake by two knob 3 turns should start downside around your turn ups. That's why I'm redoing it on the yeah. That's why I'm redoing it on a shaft, because I came up on the high side. But the basic problem too is we're going to have it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it should be on the. I agree with what you're saying. It has to come in from below. And that's exactly correct. I came in from the top. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then let's make sure. Just going to run through it one more time very carefully. And yes, I'm going to be very careful. I'm on the tuning shaft. I'm going to be very careful that I am on that properly. So, okay. There's the diagram there. It's hard to see both things. It's hard to really see the diagram. I can't really prop it up too much. Let me get this out of here. All right. Okay. All right, there it is, and that's supposed to come down to the bottom. Yes. So I'm now leaving. I'm leaving here, and coming out across over to here for my first run. Okay. So I'm going to take this to the top of the first wheel, and then go clockwise around the top of the first wheel, and then shoot all the way across to the bottom of the lower wheel. No problem with that. I think we're all in agreement on that. Now I'm going to come down and come to the bottom of the tuning shaft, and I'm going to do 3.5 turns. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. And make sure that's not, make sure that's turning freely. Okay, coming to the bottom. So it's 1, 2, 3.5. Okay. Now after that, we now rise up in front of that, and we hit the outside of the upper front wheel, which I'm doing now. Go across that one, and we're going all the way across in a straight line to the top of the upper wheel. Now that gives us 2 parallel strings, one for the AM and one for the FM below. Okay, so far so good. All right, dropping down. Now coming across and going, and appears this this will go to the top of the right side upper wheel. Okay, that's on, and that crosses. All right, and then coming down there, and then now head down to the big wheel. And so far, I think you guys would agree. I mean, it's everything I've done is it perfectly in the way it's supposed to be on there. There's no errors on that. The only error could be hooking up the wheel at the end. So now I'm onto the wheel, coming into the wheel here. Okay. All right. All right, get ready to. It's a little hard because I got to work this through all the strings here. Now I'm going to make one loop around, because I've still got way too much string. There's still way too much string on here. Okay, way too much string on that. So I'm thinking I have to maybe go around that circumference of that wheel once, and then go inside and do some more finagling with this thing. So we shall see. Okay. Okay, so I'm now coming behind the wheel. And now I'm heading inside of the wheel here. And that's the way. Yep, I sure did. So there we are. We're sort of at the end, and that's having gone around that one time. Okay. Going inside of there. That's if you go around the wheel. Now it feels like everything's turning smoothly. Sort of. Well, it just all came a cropper there. But I think if I can do it that way, that's the correct way to do it on that. So anybody has any disagreement about that? Okay. I don't have any binding anywhere here. This one's not on the well, this one came off here, but like I said, Drew, I'm waiting for you to fly out. So I'm going to put that upper one on, and then try to secure that. So coming across from that top on that run, and doing that from behind. It actually feels like it wants to work right now. So, but there's so many crossed strings. It's extremely complicated, this one. Okay. All right, where's my rest of me string here? Okay, everything is, you know, there's no issues with that at all. There's no binding anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and run around the wheel again, and it may be that this thing stretched out. I don't know. So, okay. There it is around the top shaft. Run around the wheel. I'm still alive, guys. I haven't jumped yet, so. You know, I sure as hell feel like it today. Such as something that's always supposed to be so easy. Always turns out to be a battle royale. So let's shoot this down here. All right, so I'll let you guys see what I got here. I've got no binding. Wheels. I've come into the tuning shaft properly there. No binding on this side. No binding over here. So. So I know this doesn't run around. This runs around this way. It's turning that shaft good. I know all my. I know I'm going to have to probably redo this string end because there's something, either this thing stretched out or something. Oh boy. All right, so, oh man. I feel like I could do this in my sleep now, guys. I feel like I could do this in my damn sleep. Maybe I need a shawarma, huh? Right here, Jen, out there. Okay. Over top. Cross. Down to the shaft from below. 1, 2, and a half up to the outside front. Over, straight, and across to the back. All right. Then down to the wheel. It's got a little knot in it now. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, that comes down there, and then it goes right around the wheel. Why the hell is that binding on there? Oh, that's why. If there's one string off of a wheel that falls down on the axle, then it just will bind the hell out of it. Alright, that comes down the inside. Hello, Warren. Yeah, you gotta have the patience of Job for this operation. Oh boy. All right. And there we go. We should just be able to take it right down the wheel and right inside. Unless I'm missing a turn. So I'm going to go all the way around the whole darn thing. Take one revolution around the whole thing to use up some more of this line. Okay. Okay. One more around and sit around the shaft. And that should be right in. There's no binding, no nothing, but way too much. So I'm going to have to tie off this spring a little bit now, guys. That's the only solution, is to tie off this spring a little bit. Which I've done before. I've got to shorten this up a little bit. So, yeah, I've been cursing to myself a lot today, Warren. Cursing to myself a lot. So I'm going to put a lot of little knots in this just to just to use up some of this cord here. That way I can always reverse them if I have to again. Let's see if I've taken, let's see if I've knotted enough now to go inside there and hook that on now. Probably did too much now. Well, I think we're close to getting it completed, guys. I just got a little too aggressive with the string tie off here. Lucky I didn't pull it real tight, so. Hi, honey. Welcome to hell. Look who it be. Missy Jen. Oh boy, I've had my work cut out for me today, honey. They have beat me to a crisp today, this fucking $200 string.
Oh gosh. The string stuff is a...
Well, it's been you just can't even know how much of a fucking nightmare this has been today. But if I get this thing beat today, you know what? It'll be wife it. And I feel like I'm close. So I backed off a little bit of that string. This has been a colossal freaking pain in the ass of the first order. As I knew it would be. This wasn't my intent to have this, was to dick around with the nice, cool Motorola radio, but no. Rosie had to screw with this thing. Oh boy. So what are you doing?
I was in the backyard doing some stuff. Got the chicken marinated too.
Awesome.
I dug out all the bricks, the good bricks and stuff, and stacked them up and shit. All kinds of stuff. We're gonna have some bad weather coming in, so got some stuff done. Anyways, I'm just coming in to say, hey y'all, and seeing how you're doing in here.
I'm not doing real good, to tell you the truth. It's been a hellacious day. But all right, there's something on there. I don't know if that'll be it. It's about the damn best I can do. She's turning. That's too much slack. I want to just try tightening it through. I know it's going to work now, so let me just take this off. And, let me get all of the slack out of here. I think we got it. I think we almost got it. Well, I don't want to say awesome sauce yet, but yeah. Jen's been to too many of these rodeos. She knows. I just want to take the tension in here. Hey, honey. Jen, could you do me a favor? Could you just bring me like a Diet 7-Up or something, a glass of that? Sure. Thank you, honey. You're a sweetie. Oh, boy. And around. Round and around she goes. Gee, I'm going to work for a vintage repair shop. Yeah, we'd like you to, what do you think about starting in the, like the restring department? You think you'd enjoy that kind of work? So you know what? You can go F yourself. Where are my needle nose pliers? Great. I love my Drew. I love my Drew. I love my Yvonne. Oh. Thought we just lost the game there, boys. Thought we just lost the game. Thought we just got everything all dicked up right there. What do you think, honey?
Ich bin nicht dran.
Ich gewibbel.
Ich bin nicht dran. Gut, ich muss das hier
Yeah, that's
einmal
too much
hinstellen.
tension. That's too much tension on that. I don't like that spring location. I'm gonna try. They give you a couple different holes that you can stick it in, so you don't have to go crazy here. Thank you so much, darling.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys. I'll give you a look. I think we did it. I think we've got it. The restringing nightmare of the century here. And I know I wasted about an hour and a half with that shit, but this thing wasn't even strung before. But, you know, the next situation is going to be putting this thing roughly over there in position and mounting that in, because I've got to calibrate. I've got to put these back onto these into position. Of course, one of these is in an upward position and one is a down position, so I'm going to need to affix them. I might, what I'll actually do is probably put a white dot for center line on here on this string, or tie a piece of cotton thread white, and then that will be the affix. I'll take the whole thing apart again for both positions and then restring it with that, with on the, all I know. This is the worst part, Paul, believe me, of doing vintage work. But you can see that's really turning smoothly on that shaft now. So it's opening and closing that tuning condenser. It's also moving this slug for the FM in there. So all right. So I want to thank Yvonne. Yvonne for mentioning about under the shaft here, whereas I had initially run that over. So I'm going to go grab. Let's see how that turned out from the dishwasher when we ran that front plate through. And yeah, I'm going to have to recalibrate this. That's doable. So let's go see how clean that faceplate turned out. But I'm really happy that the thing has been successfully restrung. It took much longer than I thought it would. So I'm not killing the hangout yet. So I'm just saying, just letting you guys know there. But you know, what a supreme pain in the ass. I mean, that turns really good. That you don't want too tight, too loose. So I'm very happy with that. All right, while I got that open, I'm going to hit that with some deoxit here. Never spray the vanes of the, I'm just spraying the gearing here on that. It's got some little jewels in the back of it, some little bearings. Just lubricate them a little bit. Okay, I think that's going to be awesome. So all we have to do is calibrate and reconnect these. Like I say, one's going to be on the bottom. I can tune in a station that I know 92.7 or 101.100.1 KZST, which is our strongest local station, and then make sure the pointer is affixed there, and then I can take 1350 AM, which is KSRO, our local Santa Rosa. That'll give me a rough tune idea here on this. Oh, you know what, Maxine? This is, I tell you, honey doll of mine. This is a keeper of mine. This is going to go into the. This is going to replace the Magnavox, which is going to go into the Shine Shack, which is actually. Apartment, going to be an apartment. I can also affix these. You can see these things are dirty as hell too. These got to be cleaned off. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the dishwasher. Let's see how that thing turned out there. Let's see how that front panel looks cleaned up. Grab that. I'm happy with the way that that turned out really nice. Just ran that through the dishwasher. And let me see something down here. We got a little bit of time to kill. I feel like the pressure's off now. I feel like I'm not gonna throw that thing into the ocean or anything. Let me just put these in a safe position that I don't lose these. Let's see if we can use some of our pad here. What I'm grabbing is this stuff called Neverdull. I'm going to see if I can get any of this surface. I just want to try a little teeny tiny position here. Got to make sure you're not pulling any kind of coating off of that. So that's why you want to do a very small little test area. And then if it's not working out, just stop. Okay, just making sure that's not going to damage anything. So. And a little more work may be able to restore and remove. You can see some of that. Might be able to get all of that. Well, probably better light here. You can see it's got some rings, but this actually works pretty well to remove some of that on there. little of this stuff called Never Dull. Got some kind of water spot or something down there. I don't know. Well, got to be very careful. See, that's what I was talking about. This is actually a. You can see that started to lift up. See right there. This is like a applique here. So that's my cue to stop that. And that's one of those things I'm happy to live with because that's kind of the patina of it. So I'm going to try to come back and be very, very careful, but you want to make very sure. The way I say wash came right out of the wash, baby. That local Balmer accent. So we'll set that aside. That's pretty clean. I cleaned up pretty good. Just rub a little lightly maybe on some of these other areas. But certainly will never go heavy on there because this is actually some type of sprayed finish on here. So you never want to aggressively do anything or you'll find yourself in a world of hurt. Okay, so I'm very happy about the way that looks. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm happy about the way that turned out. It's got what we call original patina on that, which is nice. Sit that on the side so that doesn't get damaged at all. That was a lot cleaner on there. So once again, for you that are checking back in, there's the restring there. Double wheel at the top, single at the bottom, across the shaft at the bottom. And 2 wheels on this side around the wheel there. And you can see the action is pretty smooth now. And we should be good to go on that. Looks good. All right, I'm very happy to have done that. So what I haven't done, so what remains to be done, what remains to be finished up on this project, let's talk about it. This is part 3, and for a lot of people that watch this is going to be super boring if they watch it later, because most of the time the camera's not even on anything, because I'm fighting with this dowel string here, but this is pretty much done. If I had to do it again, I know exactly how to do it. Hey, Jimmy, nice to see you. If I had to do it again, I know exactly how to do it. So I'm going to go about one more half hour. Don't forget at 7 p.m. tonight, I have the traditional Saturday night. We're going to rock it out tonight with the hangout, have a lot of fun. So I hope everybody will join me. I haven't even opened the bottom yet. If you look down here below, this has, I haven't checked any components in there because the bottom of this is still closed up here. So I want to, I'm going to have to eventually open that up and check. I want to check some of the capacitors in there and make sure everything's good in that section. I'm looking at my parts list here, and then we haven't even talked about that. Hi, Marcel. I washed my big fat boobs. That's what I washed. Looking at my parts list for the tuner. And Drew, I know I owe you this schematic. I haven't thought about it. I just have to get a way to scan it. Plus, I'm in tax hell. And this tuner has 2 electrolytic capacitors to it. And they must be under mounts on there. I'm not seeing anything on top here. So we're going to have to check them and make sure that they're good. There's a 10 microfarad, 400 volt rated, and then a 8 microfarad. 8 is really unusual. 8, wow, 50 volt. Let me check my cabinet real quick and see if I have anything really near an 8. What a queer little value. 888. What a weird value. 8. 47. Let's see. 16. So I'll be swapping that out for, I've got a 10 microfarad, which will be close enough for that 250 volt rated there. That'll be good enough for that. Change that one out. We only got 2, so we might as well change them out. So that's an 8. And then I don't have a 400 volt rated 10, so you just have to test that one and hope for the best. So I hope everybody's had a fun day today. It was extremely frustrating for me starting this morning with not being able to do the Madman radio, the one I want to do for a giveaway, because I can't get the damn chassis out of the case. I don't want to destroy it. But once again here we have now a successful restring for the and what does this part do here? This is actually where the where the dial pointers ride up and down. They'll move back and forth here. So we needed to have a successful restring because this was off hanging underneath and it was a total mess. So at least that's been done now, but it took a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would. And these have to still be secured. If you see on the back of these have a little indentation where the string rides in there, so that might account for why there's a little more slack. You know why? Well, just have to get it done in there. Just have to work them in there and hit it with some Gorilla Glue or something like that, and they'll be fine. So that's where the tuner position is. And if you look in the left there, that's what I removed here today to work on. Already finished the amp. That's all done. That's all ready to go. I haven't even begun to look at that record player in that unit. That still has to be done. So, and that has to be disassembled, lubricated. It has to be tracked and timed and strobed and everything else to make sure that that's working correctly. But I hope you guys will join me tonight for tonight's hangout. Saturday nights ones are always great, always funny. You never know who stops by. Everybody's welcome. You know, I try not to limit people. I mean, I know people have some issues with some people in the community, but you know, I figure as long as I'm not donating or doing anything like that, it's, you know, I can at least be a friendly person, which I am a friendly person. And I hate to, you know, well, you guys know what I mean. It's just not my nature to do that. So, all right. So the next thing that we'll be doing for this is getting some reconnection. I'm really happy the way these came off. I should probably go ahead and get the Windex and clean these up. This came off really good. This is a rather ingenious way that they mounted these up in here. There's actually a grab on here, which is pretty wild. Yeah, let's see, there it is. Natalie Bean says, have you ever messed around with guitar amplifiers, Rosie? Yeah, I have. If you look over here, and I said this at the beginning of the Hangout, you'll see a stack of about 12 brown cartons there. Okay, you see them, you'll see the computer desktop carcass sitting in front. Those 10 boxes all contain amplifiers that came out of church organs that were thrown out. They bought modern electronic, they chucked out the tube stuff. And I had sent a letter out, and anybody's, you know, if you're getting rid of your organs, your church organs, things like that, I would like to have a chance to recover the amplifiers, all these tubes. So what you see in the box there is Baldwin's, Hammond's, Leslie, all the big names in amps that also go into guitar amps. And a lot of people take these church amplifiers because they got reverb, spring reverb systems and things, and they'll actually convert them into guitar amplifiers. So that's some of my intent there. Some of these, like the Baldwin that use the big 6L6 tubes, they're just legendary, just legendary. So all that stuff is for retirement. I need to get this this unit done so I can get it in. I can get it in the house and swap it out with the Magnavox. That would really be a great thing to do. But the next thing that, like I told you, the important thing to do, if you get the good thing about this, if you get the FM positioned, then the AM follows along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? If you put this on here and you put the FM AM dial below it, this is one continuous string here. So the pointers are going to move in such a way by design that there should be alignment between the AM and the FM on here. So if we get the proper alignment for where the pointer needs to be on the top here, for example. Oh, it fell down, son of a. These things are so fragile. Let me sit this down for a minute. I dropped that little pointer and I'm afraid I'll step on it. So. There it is. Let me hook it on here. Yeah. In other words, if I can get this aligned here, at this position, and it's pretty easy to set the AM one. Oops, boy, I got real butter fingers today. Luckily, that's not glass. So, all right. But that I'm going to save for another day because it's really too late in the day, and I'm very frustrated it just took this long. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the hangout. I've got Bobby's coming over at 5:30. We're going to have something to eat, and then we're going to see you on the hangout tonight. Whoever wishes to come and hang out with us. Love you guys. We always have a lot of laughs. Like I said, you never know who's going to stop by. I'm going to call this day a success. Took much longer than I thought, but the good news is that the tuner has now been restrung. It came to me in terrible condition, not having been strung at all, and I actually had to put my hand up inside the cabinet to actually change, to change stations and things. Well, I don't have to do that anymore. I can access that from the top, and that'll make it a lot more fun for having a listening experience. Warren, thank you. Not the best hangout I've ever done, but having gotten this done, I think is very critical today. So I am very happy about that. So thanks for being along, everybody. Love you guys. The 1960 Motorola 21 tube stereo console restringing and repair today. Rosie O'Kelly channel, March 19th. 2016. Thanks, everybody. Put it down. I just want to say thanks so much to Yvonne for your help today, and Drew and everybody else. Okay, and we are